welcome to Just in Time 2.0.
Today, we are here in Ruby Falls.
Yep, Ruby Falls in Chattanooga, Tennessee. We've been bouncing around through Eastern Tennessee for the last few days, so you probably noticed that. So check out our other videos too if you haven't seen them already. We'll post some links down below. But Ruby Falls, really cool. It's one of the highest underground waterfalls.
Yes, it is underground waterfalls. It's really cool.
So we'll go down to about, I think it's like 1,100 feet under the mountain here. Yes, under, not on top.
Under. Yeah. Under.
So it's sure to be very cool. Don't miss. Check it out. Watch the whole video to the end. Thank you.
Thank you.
Descend 260 feet into an underground cavern deep inside Lookout Mountain.
For your safety, as you exit the elevator, please stay with your group. Watch your step and head, and use the handrails where provided.
Alrighty, y'all, as we step off here, you guys are going to follow me right down, and there is kind of a low-hanging rock as you're walking through, so just watch your heads, if you will. Hi, y'all. Especially right about here. Alright, y'all can come on in.
You have anything? There's an easy way down, huh?
It's not a little bit of like.
Yeah, right, 250 feet down now.
Alrighty, y'all. So my name is Jack, and I'll be your guide for today. Thanks for coming to Ruby Falls. So first off, I'd like to know where everyone's from, because we get a lot of different people from a lot of different places. So where are you guys from?
Alabama.
Alabama. All right, you guys?
Georgia and Alabama.
Georgia and Alabama. Okay.
Nashville via New Orleans in the Philippines. So.
Wow, all over the place. Okay, well, I'm from here, which is Chattanooga, obviously. So right now, you guys are going to head down that way. You can get your pictures taken if you want to. Then you're just going to keep going. Go ahead and stop at a sign that says, stop here, wait for a guide, and then you're going to stop there, wait for me.
We're gonna look at the TV.
But again, my name's Jack. Now, a few things to keep in mind is this is a natural cave, so there will be narrow passages, slippery floors, and a lot of low-hanging rocks. So, me saying watch, we do have a masks policy, so masks on at all times over your mouth and over your nose if you haven't already heard that, which I think you have. And there's also some signs out here that say touch-free cave, and that does not mean that it's free to touch. It means please keep your hands off the rocks. And I know if there's little ones, it might be a little hard for them, but just as much as we can, let's keep our hands off. Most of the rocks are fine, but we just don't want to spread germs, and then otherwise, some are still active, so we don't want to stunt their growth or destroy the cave in any way. So just, keep your hands to yourselves. And you guys are going to watch a video here really quickly. It's about the history of Ruby Falls. It's about 4 minutes long. I'm going to head down that way, and then once it's done, I'll come back up, explain a few more things, and then we'll be on our way. You guys all good?
Yes.
Alrighty. Enjoy.
As you move through the cave, please refrain from the use of gum and tobacco products. Stay with your guide and follow the safety instructions. Watch your head, watch your step, and use handrails where provided. Thank you.
Looking into a dark hole deep inside a mountain. Some folks might call it wise to turn back in favor of sunlight and certainty. Take the easy path miss the detour that just might lead to something far more extraordinary. Sometimes, some people, not me. When my Ruby moved away to Tennessee, I could have stayed put, but I followed her south. She was my high school sweetheart. Usually, those things don't work out, but she's my wife now. So yes, that was the right call. Ruby and I have seen just about everything together. We come around her bend and see a new adventure. She takes my hand and off we go. Now, the minute I heard the historic tales of Lookout Mountain Cave, I felt that first pull. The mountain calling me in. I wanted everyone to see this underground cathedral, but the entrance was sealed. The railroad needed that passage for their line. Time to give up the dream, right? No, sir. I started planning. It took near a decade. Investors took a chance on us, and we bought the land above the cave. The autumn leaves were falling as we started drilling in 1928. We were on our way, opening a new entrance into the cave. The crew worked around the clock, cutting the shaft for an elevator. That's right, an elevator, 420 feet straight into the heart of the mountain. We pulled up bucket after bucket of limestone, enough to build a castle. Then, at 260 feet, the unexpected happened. A burst of air from an opening into the unknown, 18 inches tall. I swear it summoned me. If our drills hadn't stayed true, if our aim had been a few feet in either direction, we would have missed it. Something we weren't even looking for in the first place, but we found it. Or maybe it found us. So down we went, crawling through the dark, with the mountain on our heads. We crawled for an hour, 3 hours, 6 hours before we could stand. Ruby's up there, waiting for me. But the same thing pulling me back is pushing me forward, towards hidden beauty in the heart of this fine earth, a treasure worthy of her name. I know we're down deep, farther down than we ever expected to go. I imagine all the people that might come after us to this place, to see something they've never seen before, something they'll never see if we turn back now. Hours later, we crawled out of the dark, forever changed. It's the anticipation of what lies ahead that pushes us forward, that draws us to explore. Sometimes the unknown is the greatest adventure.
Alrighty, the passage that Leo Lambert crawled through. 6 or 7 hours in a passage that size, like the one I'm putting with my little shadow finger. That size, that's about 18 inches wide. If you crawl 6 or 7 hours through that, that's around 650 feet until it gets stand. Now, if that's what we were crawling through today, I'd most definitely not be your guide. Signs that aren't facing you. This is a one way in, one way out kind of cave, so if you turn around rock kind of jump out at you. I'm so short, sometimes I forget to say watch your head, so then they're like, ah, watch my head. I'm like, oh, right. Alrighty, go ahead and stop the trash can over there.
We opened Ruby Falls Cabin for tours on June 6, 1930.
Building up to that big day, we blasted through the mountain using 15,000 pounds of dynamite and pulled out 5 million pounds of limestone to create the elevator shaft. We used that limestone to build the Cavern Castle, which some call the world's most magnificent cave entrance.
We carefully planned the trail through the cavern to avoid disturbing the underground streams and ancient formations. Stalagmites rising up from the ground, stalactites suspended from the ceiling, and columns where the two meet and join together. All created by water, and mineral calcite dripping through cracks in the limestone. Drop by drop, the tiny calcite deposits build up very slowly over time to create formations, each as unique as a fingerprint. Without water, the life cycle of the formation ends.
This is against state law to write on, face, or break cave formation. For your safety, please stay with your guide.
Well, hopefully you saw a picture of a tower we took out here by Ruby Falls. You can actually climb the top of this sucker. It's a great view up here, as you can see right behind us here. And I'll go ahead and pan out just so you can see a little bit better. But it is a spectacular panoramic view of the mountain range out in the distance there. Way in the back, you might see it. There's a gray shadow, and that's the Smokey Mountains. And you'll see it having some fun up that way as well. So, Chattanooga River behind us. Look, the Chattanooga Valley behind us. I don't know what river it is, so yeah.
But I hope you all enjoy watching this. We will see you guys next time with
Our next adventures.
yes, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Salamat.
Salamat.
Salamat po.